Hey guys, MJ here again, just dropping another short video explaining how the Zylo method works for the tank raid. This is just going through the ins and outs of how to solo tier 1 or to keep using them through phase 1 of the tank raid. First things first, what do you need? You need to Zeta his outrage ability. Why? Because what this allows you to do is to allow Kylo Ren to recover protection equal to the damage dealt. It's also pretty handy that if he's below 100% health, he deals 75% more damage. And the next ability you want is Unstoppable. The reason you want this isn't because of the 50% defense or 15% offense. It's the ability that every time Kylo Ren gets hit, he has a 50% chance to reset his cooldowns. He also takes reduced damage from the dots, the damage over times, and it helps him gain 10 speed for each debuff on him. So because Grievous likes to give Kylo tons of debuffs, he gains 10 speed for each one of these. So it makes him go faster, but the importance is being able to reset his cooldown on his outrage ability, which standardly has a 3 turn cooldown, but with that Unstoppable, every time they hit Kylo, he has a 50% chance to reduce that cooldown to 0, so he can keep using outrage over and over again as long as they keep attacking him. So in terms of mods, what I mainly went for was an offense set and a critical chance. However, you could also do this with critical chance and something like a critical damage set. You may wonder why I've got lots of protection on Kylo. Well, because he recovers protection equal to damage dealt, the more protection I've got, it's harder to knock him down into his health pool, and he can just keep recovering it. So the more protection you got, the more he can recover with everything he hits. But looking at my current set, although they're really good speed sets, I'd probably try and switch it for critical damage on the triangle, mainly because I want him to hit harder on his critical hits. And I'll probably look at switching his offense sets to critical damage when I've got spare sets, just to see like if it outweighs all the extra offense that I've got. And maybe with the cross down in the bottom, I'll change that to a protection, mainly to counteract losing the protection from the triangle, so it'll carry over to the cross instead. Basically, I want Kylo Ren to have at least 200 speed or above. I want him to have plenty of protection. I want to hit that 35 to 40,000 protection range at least. And I want him to have critical damage at about 186 minimum. You want to load up the level, you just want to send in Kylo. And what you want to do is you just want to go straight after Grievous. Don't use the other attacks like Lash Out or Ragged Cut, because the Super Battle Droid will keep trying to debuff or dispel Kylo Ren and it risks ability blocking him. Otherwise, it'll just keep trying to shoot him with his standard ability, so that's not too bad. And you just keep going after Grievous. If you want, you can try and let Kylo's health drop below 100%. to try and get that extra damage bonus. I'm not sure in the long run how that works out in comparison to a full run keeping Kylo's protection to the max, compared to doing reduced damage on his basic attack and risk going below the 100%. So that's probably something for you to experiment with. But whilst doing this, you also want to make sure your game's in airplane mode, because if you can't retreat and it gets tight at the end and Grievous has one attack left before he can wipe you out and you haven't been able to retreat, then you risk losing Kylo Ren. Whilst if it's on airplane mode and he dies, you can just force quit the game. And that's pretty much it, guys. You're basically just doing a lot of running away, retreating and going back into the game mode, and that's how you accumulate damage. It's not one attempt to massive damage, it's more like multiple attempts of about 100,000 damage per attempt, and it gets a bit annoying when you can't retreat with him, so it feels like a bit of wasted time at times. But for some of you guys with some of the lower geared characters, or if you've got a spare Zylo, this is where it's handy just to build up that score. But that's about it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and you understand the method that is Zylo. And I just want to give a big shout out to my fellow Bespin pirates and our allies, the Dagobah pirates. Come join the Pirate Alliance. I'll leave the Discord channel in the description below.